Red mulberry is a wonderful native tree that produces delicious fruit and can grow almost anywhere in Louisiana. But I'm standing in front of something that's not so wonderful, and it's an imposter, and it's called paper mulberry, and it was imported from Asia into the United States probably as far back as the 1700s for basically landscaping purposes. It was a nice ornamental shade tree. The leaves could also be fed to silkworms, and it actually produces a fruit that's somewhat pretty, but this is a very invasive tree and we need to do what we can to eradicate it. Once you start looking for this tree, it's pretty recognizable. So the leaves are usually going to have this mitten type shape to them, or just a nice simple teardrop shape. They're very fuzzy, which is different from our native mulberry tree. And you'll notice that the bark behind me is somewhat smooth. The tree itself is not huge. They can get anywhere between 10 feet up to about 30 feet here in Louisiana, and you're going to find them almost anywhere in Louisiana. They love disturbed sites. They love abandoned sites, especially in urban centers, and they can grow literally in cracks in the concrete. The problem with this tree being so vigorous is that it can displace our native species, and really it creates a messy look and it overtakes natural habitats. So we need to try to eradicate this. And for small trees that you see, maybe seedlings or root shoots, you can pull them up or break them off. But for larger specimens, you actually have to use an herbicide, and we use the active ingredient of triclopyr, and this has to be cut and painted on or sliced into the trunk and painted on, and that's really the only way we can truly eradicate these trees. They're reproduced by seeds, and also they can spread underground and form these colonies that can become quite large over time. So be on the lookout for this invasive imposter, and you can always just touch the leaves and feel for that texture if you're not sure. For Get It Growing, I'm Jason Stagg with the LSU AgCenter.